Welcome Capricorn to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 11th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. This week's new moon is in the most psychological part of your chart. It's because the Sun is moving through each of the zodiac signs, and in terms of Capricorn, the 12th house is what Sagittarius is. It's expansive, it can be adventurous, and that means Sagittarius energy can help you to evolve your personal awareness, your personal development. If you're someone who's really into those areas, this can be a very valuable new moon. But the 12th house can also be the part of our situations that we're a bit more reluctant to look at, the shadow side, or perhaps the hidden side of our motivations. And also the 12th house in traditional astrology is when people can, not necessarily in an open way, demonstrate their opposition to us. So just be conscious of that. But if you are someone who's been slogging away, trying to do your best in the material part of your situation, the next month is a fabulous opportunity to embrace the more spiritual dimension. And of course, this time of year is very these days driven by commercialism, but you could find yourself on the back of this new moon really appreciating the more traditional elements of Christmas and just thinking very nostalgically about times gone by, and also doing something for those who are less fortunate. Now, there is also a glorious link between Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, in your sister Earth sign of Taurus, and Venus. In your social dimension, as much as the 12th house energy can make us perhaps more aware of who we can really trust and rely upon, there may be someone who actually is really smitten with you. This may be someone who hasn't told you how they feel at this stage. Their admiration could be a little bit at a distance, but if you have any interaction with someone and you feel there's a natural warmth developing, and it doesn't have to be in a romantic context, that's something you're really going to appreciate. Now, you'll know that Mercury is going retrograde in your sign this week, but then on the 23rd of December, it's going to invert back into the sign of Sagittarius. It's possible, therefore, that something that is important to you of a more creative nature could actually make a step forwards this week because of Mercury's fine link to Jupiter too. In terms of commerce and trade, a fabulous alliance, but with both of them retrograde, it may be towards the end of the year where you really find out how something will shape up that looks encouraging. And it could be to do with a job, it could be to do with a business idea that you've got, or to do with something you may want to develop as a side business to your larger employment role. So although Mercury is retrograde, it doesn't mean to say that everything will necessarily go wrong, but maybe something may need some modifications before you really get the benefits from it. And I think you'll know about that by the middle of January. But that combination between Jupiter and Mercury, Jupiter and Venus, is all very warm. And the new moon is just asking you really just to really dive in to the more feeling side of your nature. And because it does forge a square to the position of Neptune in your third house, I wouldn't be too open this week with anyone you're not completely sure of. This is a time to really look a little bit more inward, but despite that, there's going to be somebody who wants you to be part of what they're doing and could invite you to something, and that can be very heartwarming. It's been a real pleasure being with you. I'd be honoured if you would subscribe, like or comment. And with year 2024 just around the corner, if you'd like to order your personal astrology forecast for next year and also your personal character analysis in my special package, you get 30% off. This will ascend above this zodiac broadcast and give you searing insights into your prospects, but also provide to you your zodiac forecast, your Chinese forecast, and your Indian Vedic forecast for all 12 signs, absolutely free of charge. Please see underneath this video for more.